Good morning dear students. I am teaching chapter 10 and name of the chapter 10 is the motion and measurement of distances. Name of the chapter 10 is the motion and measurement of distance. And now I will discuss about need for measuring scale. 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 So first one is the figure 10.4 shows two rods, that is the AB, CD, which are almost equal in the length. AB and CD. This one you can see that it is equal in the length. This is the A, B and C, D, and this is the equal in the length. Here you can see that this one is equal in the length. Here it is equal in the length. A, B and C, D equal in the length. And however, to know which one is longer, we can place them side by side shown in the figure 10.4b. Thus, we can see that rod CD is longer than the rod AB. And when we have to put like this, both the rods, if you will put like this, then you will see that rod AB is shorter than the rod CD, or you can say that CD is, this rod CD is longer than the A and B. And there are two situations when you just cannot move objects and place them side by side. Take the example of your teacher's table and the dining table at your home. If you want to know which one of the two is longer, you just cannot carry the teacher's table to your home or your dining table to the school. And if you measure the length of the teacher's table by spans of your palm and compare it with the length of the dining table, you will easily find out which one of the two tables is longer. Then you will see that what have you done to find the answer. Then you did not move any of the tables. Instead, you moved yourself from the school to the dining room to make the measurement. You used a third object, that is the palm of your hand. So, advantage of using a scale. What is the advantage? Why we are using a scale? The scale can be easily taken from one place to another. You can see that the scale can be easily taken from one place to another. And the scale does not change during measurement. Scale you can't change during the measurements. Need for a standard scale or a standard unit. In early days, people used to measure length with the help of various parts of our body, such as the unstressed palm length and the foot length or the arm length. Then King Henry I declared that the distance from the tip of his nose to the end of the stretched thumb when his arm was stretched out sideways, then should be used as a unit of length. He called this length yard. But you can see that such units cannot serve as standard for measuring length for the simple reason as that they are going to be different for different people. You can see that this is the palm and this is the different, this is varies from person to person.